So the first thing I want to talk about is before starting the lecture, let us once more relook at our syllabus, uh, so that we should not go deviate far from our syllabus. So this is what our unit 1 is all about, and it seems we have already covered unit 1. Okay, so I will not go further into whatever I have promised for 2D viscous and 2D Navier-Stokes. At least I can take today at least stream function vorticity approach, discretization for 2D Navier-Stokes equation. I will do it today, but that would be the end of this finite difference method. No more finite difference from today onwards. And we will switch into finite volume method quickly, and we will not take up finite element method because it's not in the syllabus. Okay, I thought it was, but maybe it's in previous syllabus or maybe in BTech. We will not take up finite element, or we will not lose our 2 more lectures. 2 lectures I thought I could take, but I will not take it. I will quickly switch into finite volume method, and this we will take it in detail. Unit 3 is all about pressure velocity coupling. So finite volume method, in finite volume method there are several schemes that I will cover in this unit, but the algorithm that it undergoes, such as simple algorithm, there is an algorithm called simple. I will talk about more in this algorithm wise. I will talk more about uh, in this. Although this is a part of finite volume method itself, unit 2 and 3 is essentially same. Essentially, it points to the same chapter. And the last unit is hands-on CFD using computer software. And this will take up either ANSYS or Fluent or StarCCM or MATLAB or OpenFOAM. I would be happy if somebody of you could do some analysis in OpenFOAM, and we'll see all sorts of technicalities such as message generation, computational approach, modeling, post-processing, etc. And that would end. Okay, so I was what I feel that I went too far, I dived into finite difference method. So I should stop it now, because most of the things I have covered. So today I will directly switch to stream function vorticity approach. So our topic is stream function vorticity formulation of 2D Navier-Stokes equation. And the first and foremost thing you should remember, this stream function vorticity formulation is valid only in 2D, two-dimensional cases. Only in two-dimensional cases. What could be the reason? I've already talked about in our advanced fluid mechanics. The stream function, the psi that we use here, is defined in two-dimensional flow only, in two-dimensional cases only. That is why this formulation is valid only for 2D cases, not for 3D. And how these psi's are defined? So we define psi's, do you guys remember? We define our u variable as minus dou psi by dou y, and we define our v variable as dou psi by dou x. And we define in such a way. I mean, there is no reason, but we define our stream function variable, that whenever you do the derivative, you get do the derivation or derivative of with y with respect to y, you will get u minus of u, and when you do the derivative with respect to x, you will get the y direction velocity, that is v. Okay, we start with the governing equation. So our governing equation is our Navier-Stokes equation. So two-dimensional Navier-Stokes equation reads as, so you have one continuity, so you have dou u by dou x plus dou v by dou y is equal to 0. This is your first equation, that is continuity equation. Second equation is your x momentum equation, that reads as rho times dou u by dou t plus u dou u by dou x plus v dou u by dou y is equal to minus dou p by dou x. So we have essentially three dependent variables, that those are u, v and p in this flow field or in this scenario, and we have independent variables x, y and t. Dou p by dou x plus mu times dou 2u by dou x square plus dou 2u by dou y square. Similarly, the third equation, that is the y momentum equation, reads as dou v by dou t plus u dou v by dou x plus v dou v by dou y minus dou p by dou y plus mu times dou 2v by dou x square plus dou 2v by dou y square. And now our aim in this computational, in this CFD, through this CFD, we are going to discretize this equation. But there is a problem, because this pressure term is sitting, and this is a bit you may get difficulty while handling the pressure terms. So that is why this stream function and vorticity approach gives you the answer by eliminating these pressures. Eliminating these pressures implicitly. You don't have to do anything, you just have to, what we do is, we are going to derive this y momentum equation with dou by dou y as a whole, and derive this y momentum as dou by dou x as a whole. So this guy sitting over here and this guy sitting over here, if we add these two things, this will be cancelled automatically or implicitly. But this may give rise to some other variables. So let me define other variables. So stream function is my one variable that I have defined. Another variable I want to define as z direction, or z direction vorticity, or simple vorticity omega as dou v by dou x minus dou u by dou y. This is how I'm going to define my vorticity in z direction. Although this is a 2D case, but vorticity can be pointing towards z direction, because this is a curl of, isn't it? This is a curl of velocity field. So you will get some sort of vector, and this vector will be pointing somewhere, and this pointing will be in 2D plane. The only option of to point is z direction. Okay, now let me write the terms individually, one by one. So let me write first equation. So first equation I may write as Rho dou by dou t dou u by dou x. What I did is really sorry, this is y, dou u by dou y. What I did is I switched these two interchangeably. I may also write that because these are continuous variables. I may switch the derivatives in and out of the bracket invariably. Second term I can write as I write as dou by dou y u dou u by dou x. Third term I may write as dou by dou y v dou u by dou y. After bracket I can write as, so okay, let me show that why it is cancelled. So this is dou 2p by dou x dou y plus mu times dou 2 by dou x square dou u by dou y. Here I again switched plus dou by dou y square. I again switched. Okay, this is my, let's suppose this is my equation 1, this is my equation 2, this is equation 3, this is my equation 4. So again, so this I have written here and this I want to write it here. So I can write this equation 3 as rho, this bracket would be here, rho, I will switch my time derivative outside, dou v by dou x this time plus dou by dou x u dou v by dou x plus dou by dou x v dou v by dou y is equal to minus dou 2p by dou y dou x, and this I could change invariably, and I'm going to subtract these two. Actually I'm going to subtract these two, not add. I'm going to subtract these two, minus minus minus, I'm going to minus these, so this would be plus minus minus, and then it could be okay, so this would be minus here, this would be minus here, minus, this is plus, minus dou by dou x square dou v by dou x here plus dou 2 by dou y square dou v by dou y here. Okay. And now this is easily cancelled. Okay, now this is equation 5. Now let me club some terms together. So let me point that out. I'm going to club I'm going to add and club these two things together. I'm going to club these two again together, these two, probably these two and these two, and let's try to move ahead. So my first term turns out to be rho dou by dou t dou u by dou y minus dou v by dou x. If you look closely, dou u by dou y minus dou v by dou x, minus sign is here, so I can comfortably write second term. Let me do let me expand this first, both of these. So expanding these terms, I may write as plus u dot to u by dot x dot y, or probably I will write it afterwards. I will write it afterwards. First term dou u by dou y times dou u by dou x plus u dou to u by dou x dou y. So the first term I have expanded. So this is the multiplication of u and v, or two terms, and then each terms are taken care. Now I'll tell minus, I'll expand this term. So expanding that term would lead me to write dou u by dou x times dou v by dou x plus u dot 2 v by dou x square, isn't it? Okay. Now I have taken care of this term. Now I have to take care of the next term. Plus dou v by dou x, dou v by dou y plus v dou 2 v by dou x dou y. This is the first term. The next term that is going to be subtracted is, I've made a mistake here. This should be u's over here. Okay, the next term I'm going to write is this dou v by, okay, let me write it again because I've made mistake, so many mistakes. So this is dou v by dou y times dou u by dou y plus v times dou 2u by dou y square. This is the first term expansion. The later term expansion would read dou v by dou x times dou v by dou y plus v dou 2v by dou x dou y. Okay, now we have summed up all these terms. Now rest of the right hand terms we will take care separately. These two terms I'll take these derivatives outside, and this I may club these two in one shot. So in right hand side I can write mu times dou 2 by dou x square and dou u by dou y minus dou v by dou x, isn't it? And the next term is dou 2 by dou y square, and again this is dou u by dou y minus dou v by dou x. Great. So this bracket ends here, and this is the right hand side term. Now look carefully what I have defined. Omega as dou v by dou x minus dou u by dou y. So you can see things are coming up here. See, so this term is what? Minus omega. This term is what? Minus omega. This term is what? Minus omega. Okay, things will come here also. We'll act it accordingly. Okay, let me write it. So I can write rho dou by dou t. So let's write minus omega. Fine, minus omega here plus. So can I take dou u by dou x common from these two terms? So dou u by dou x I'll take common. What is left? Dou u by dou y minus dou v by dou x. One second. No, not this way. Not these two terms. what I will do here is I'll club these two things. Okay, I'll club these two things. I'll club these two things and these two things, and then I'm going to write things in terms of omegas. You'll see it will be coming. So let me do it this way. So dou u by dou y is common here, dou u by dou y, but I have to take dou u by dou x. One second, I'm getting confused. Okay, I messed around. So maybe this term and this term if I take, what about the sign? Sign is this is minus. This is minus, no? Yeah, that's correct. This minus this minus this. Okay, now I got it. Okay, now don't club this. So let me put it this way. Let me take a purple pen and let's club these two members in one shot. Let's write these two, these thick ones. Okay, now let's write. So dou u by dou x, dou u by dou x, let's take common, and then we are left with dou u by dou y minus dou v by dou x. And now you look that this is again you are going to write things as minus omega, isn't it? The similar minus omega which I have written this there, isn't it? Beautiful. Okay, next is what? Cross. Okay, now again let's take this guy and this guy एक साथ, and then write dou v by dou y, ठीक है, common, and then write rest of the things, that is nothing but dou u by dou y again minus dou v by dou x, and this is nothing, this is again what? This is your minus omega. Cool, right? Okay, now what? Okay, now let's differentiate the color. Now let's take these two guys साथ में. Okay, so then I can write plus u, ठीक है, and I'm going to take the derivative outside, dou by dou x outside, so rest is what? Dou u by dou y is left here, and here minus, since minus sign is here, so it will be bracket, so everything will be minus. Okay, so minus dou v by dou x. Again we came up with something called minus omega. Isn't it cool? Now let's take some other pen, maybe this one, and let's take this guy and this guy one shot, and let's write v outside, dou by dou y outside, and let's write again dou u by dou y minus of, since this is a bracket, big bracket, minus of dou v by dou x. Again we got minus omega, cool, is equal to mu times, then we can straightforward, I can write dou 2 omega by dou x square और माइनस, सो माइनस साइन यहाँ रख लेते हैं, dou 2 ओमेगा बाई dou y स्क्वायर. ओके, सभी में माइनस 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 ओमेगा है, तो माइनस ओमेगा माइनस सारे को प्लस कर देते हैं. ठीक है, माइनस ओमेगा प्लस, और ये भी कैंसिल. सो वाओ. सो नेक्स्ट स्टेप आई एम गोइंग टू राइट माई vorticity. I mean, in terms of everything is in terms of vorticity, and that we write as dou vorticity by dou t plus u dou vorticity by dou x plus v dou vorticity by dou y, isn't it? मैंने कुछ गलती किया है यहाँ पे प्लस साइन हो गया एक्चुअली. पिंक ओके, आई एम सॉरी. समहाउ ये प्लस साइन होगा, ठीक है, और फिर ये और ये will not be in picture, these two terms, and these two terms will not be picture. Why? Dou u by, there is some problem, there is some, okay, I got it. Minus sign नहीं होगा, I'm making mistake today. Fine, I got it. Okay, so what I do is I will see this term as a whole here. Let's see it again. So माइनस ओमेगा दोनों से फिर से कॉमन लेते हैं, बचता है मेरा क्या, dou u by dou x प्लस dou v by dou y. ठीक है, ये वाला टर्म और ये वाला टर्म. नाउ व्हाट इज दिस टर्म? कैन समबडी टेल मी? dou v by dou x plus dou v by dou y. Is my continuity. And now you tell that, applying continuity, I will tell that this is 0. Okay, so this term goes away. So ये पूरा टर्म चला जाएगा from continuity. Okay, तो बचा हुआ टर्म ये मेरा अनस्टेडी vorticity, और ये वाला टर्म जो है क्या लिखा जाएगा मेरा यहाँ पे, u dou omega by dou x. ये वाला टर्म क्या लिखा जाएगा, v dou omega by dou y, और रेस्ट ऑफ द टर्म ऐसे लिखेगा. तो वही मैं यहाँ लिख रहा हूँ. थोड़ा ट्रिकी था बट ठीक है. न्यू टाइम्स dou 2 omega by dou x square plus dou 2 omega by dou y square, and this equation is called as vorticity transport equation. Okay, so now you started with three big equations with pressure that you cannot handle. We'll look at into the reason when we talk about simple algorithms in more detail. Now you have actually one equation, another second equation. So you have now only, so you started with u, v, p variables. Now you have converted to omega variable and psi variable. Okay, so now omega variable equation we have. Now we need to find a psi variable equation. And now Psi variable equation can be written as, so we start with the assumption that u is equal to minus dou psi by dou y, and we start with the assumption that v is equal to dou psi by dou x. Now what we do is we derivate this u with respect to y. So dou u by dou y is equal to minus dou 2 psi by dou y square, and we derivate this v as with x. So dou v by dou x is equal to dou 2 psi by dou x square. Now add these two terms. So I am going to write dou u by dou y, that is I'll write minus here, plus dou v by dou x here is equal to dou 2 psi by dou x square plus dou 2 psi by dou y square. And now what is this? This is your, this is what? This is your omega, isn't it? This is your omega. So now you can write a new equation as dou 2 psi by dou x square plus dou 2 psi by dou y square as omega. This is your second equation. That's it. Now you have to solve only two equations. This is your one vorticity equation. You need to discretize it, and whatever the value of omega you find, you substitute it here and then discretize this equation, and you keep iterating and you will solve for psi and omega eventually. Once you have psi and omega data for all the grid points, psi and omega, you can eventually convert the psi to get the values of u, proper u and proper u. Okay. So let me discretize this equation, first equation first. Discretization of vorticity, and this equation is called Poisson's equation. Poisson's equation, and this is vorticity transport. And collectively we can actually solve 2D Navier-Stokes equation in any two-dimensional grid with this, without taking care of pressure. So discretization of vorticity I can write as rho dou omega by dou t. Let me write the equations: dou omega by dou x, v dou omega by dou y is equal to mu times dou 2 omega by dou x square plus dou 2 omega by dou y square. And I'm going to pose a problem which is called lid driven cavity problem. So on top there is a infinite plate which is moving with u velocity as 1 meter per second with v velocity 0. Right hand side and every other ends are, it's kind of cavity, or u is equal to v is equal to 0, u is equal to v is equal to 0. So every other sides are no slip condition, only top plate is moving and the fluid is kept inside. Now you need to visualize the flow. You can think of some sort of circulation that may happen in this sort of situation. So this is called lid driven cavity, and this is very standard problem or benchmark problem. People start with this problem in computational fluid dynamics, and you are going to solve. I'm going to put an assignment on this. You are going to solve this flow scenario, or you need to find u comma v as a function of x comma y comma t at all the locations at all the times by using stream function vorticity approach. So what you have to do is you have to tell that these are my grid points ijk, and this is your dx, this is your dy, and certain time step you will take, and then you are going to discretize this equation. So discretization will read as omega or rho omega. So forwarding time, so let's talk in terms of forward in time, central in space, discretization, explicit scheme. So rho omega at I comma j, since this is a two-dimensional case, so you have to take both the indices. So I index will be here, j index will be here. Okay, so omega ij at next time step plus omega ij at previous time step divided by delta t. Okay, next is u. So u I am going to write on same grid point ui comma j with nth time step. Okay, now d omega by dx space discretization. So omega I plus 1 comma j nth time step minus omega I minus 1 comma j same time step. So I'm traversing in x divided by 2 delta x plus this term plus v I comma j nth time step omega, this time y traverse करना है मैं, तो I comma j plus 1 nth time step minus I comma j minus 1 nth time step divided by 2 delta y is equal to mu times ये वाला मुझे करना है. So डबल डिफरेंशियल है तो ओमेगा I plus 1 comma j nth time step minus 2 omega I comma j nth time step plus omega I minus 1 comma j nth time step divided by delta x square plus ओमेगा. अब मुझे y में ट्रैवर्स करना है, ये x में ट्रैवर्स किए, अब y में ट्रैवर्स करना है. तो I comma j plus 1 nth time step minus 2 omega I comma j nth plus omega I comma j minus 1 nth time step divided by delta y square. So this is your discrete equation that you need to put it in your MATLAB this way. And I have given an assignment, internal assignment 2, in which heating of 2D plate is given. So similar kind of discretization you could think of, but the governing equation is given there, but in similar fashion you have to discretize. This is also a two-dimensional case. So you start with some initial condition, maybe some 0 or some boundary condition, you start marching it, and you need to, so everything is here known, everything is known. The only thing unknown is this guy. So you are going to write omega I comma j n plus 1 is equal to all the terms right hand side, and you are going to march it. राइट, सो ये टर्म एक्सक्लूसिवली लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में रहेगा, बाकी सारे टर्म्स राइट हैंड साइड में चले जाएंगे और वहाँ से मार्चिंग शुरू होगा. सो वंस यू गेट डब्ल्यू आई जे एन प्लस 1, अब इस चीज़ को इस वाले में इनपुट करना है. ठीक है, पॉइजन्स इक्वेशन में. पॉइजन्स इक्वेशन का भी डिस्क्रिटाइजेशन कर देते हैं. Poisson's equation is what? Dou 2 psi by dou x square dou 2 psi by dou y square is equal to omega. ओके, और ओमेगा जस्ट अभी मुझे पता चला i कॉमा जे एन प्लस 1 टाइम स्टेप पे मुझे पता चला, ये वैल्यू यहाँ फिक्स करना है और फिर मुझे फाई फाइंड करना है. और ये जो है इलिप्टिक इक्वेशन है, इसे इलिप्टिक तरीके से सॉल्व करेंगे, इसको पैराबोलिक तरीके से. सो दिस इज फाई अगेन I plus 1 comma j n next time step है, so n plus 1, ठीक है, minus 2 psi I comma j n plus 1. so because n plus 1 हमें पता चल गया, तो सारे n plus 1 पे हमें पता चला, क्योंकि नेक्स्ट पहले ये सारा वैल्यूज पता चल जाए, फिर उठा के, मतलब ये वैल्यूज पता चल जाए सारे ग्रिड पॉइंट पे n plus 1 पे, फिर हमें यहाँ फिट करना है. प्लस psi I minus 1 comma j n plus 1 divided by delta x square plus psi I comma j plus 1 n plus 1 minus 2 psi I comma j n plus 1 plus psi I j minus 1 n plus 1 delta y square इज इक्वल टू ओमेगा आई कॉमा जे एन प्लस वन। सो ये एक्सप्लिसिट तरीके से हम लोग को सॉल्व करना। तो वहाँ से जो वैल्यूज़ आया हर ग्रिड पॉइंट पे वो यहाँ रखना है, और हर ग्रिड पॉइंट पे हमें ये डिवाइस करना, और फिर इन्वर्ट करके हमें शाई की वैल्यू मिल जाएगी हर ग्रिड पॉइंट पे। तो मेरे पास ओमेगा आई कॉमा जे भी हर टाइम स्टेप और हर इस पर मिल गया, और जे पे भी। तो हम हमारे सिंस शाई और ओमेगा पता है, तो हम यू और वी कैलकुलेट कर पाएंगे। सो दिस इज हाउ इट इज़ फाउंड आउट। सो जहाँ तक बाउंड्री कंडीशन की बात करें, ओके, बाउंड्री कंडीशन इज इंपॉर्टेंट बिकॉज आई हैव गिवन द बाउंड्री कंडीशन इन द फॉर्म ऑफ यू एंड वी, एंड यू नीड टू इवेलुएट थिंग्स इन द फॉर्म ऑफ ओमेगा क्या रहेगा और शाई क्या रहेगा बाउंड्रीज पे, सॉरी ओमेगा क्या रहेगा और शाई क्या रहेगा, ये पता नहीं है। तो ये निकालने के लिए हम मे बी एक और क्लास ले लेंगे, बाउंड्री कंडीशन कैसे कन्वर्ट करते हैं। सी यू वी और पी को कन्वर्ट तो कर दिए ओमेगा और शाई में, पर बाउंड्री कंडीशंस को हम कैसे करेंगे वो भी देखना होगा, ठीक है। दिस इज़ अ बिट by hand calculation, obviously this is a bit tedious process because CFD is all about this anyways. But when you use ANSYS, you will have certain buttons over here. You just click, you make some geometry, you click on it and you get the results. But that's not how CFD works. CFD actually inside works this way. Actually CFD के पीछे algorithms चल रहे होते हैं जो ये solve कर रहे होते हैं। That is why हम लोग को सीखना जरूरी है कि अंदर में क्या हो रहा है। Otherwise कोई भी, I mean not even engineer, nobody needs a education to put these buttons on ANSYS and find some results. ठीक है, अंदर क्या हो रहा है वो जानने के लिए हम लोग ये कोर्स कर रहे हैं एक्चुअली, ठीक है। फाइन, सो अभी तक के लिए इतना ही। एनी डाउट? और नेक्स्ट क्लास से हम इसको मे भी हम देख लेंगे किसी और दिन, मैटलैब जब लेंगे तो साथ में ही। नेक्स्ट क्लास से हम शुरू कर देंगे फाइनाइट वॉल्यूम मेथड। any doubts so far?
No, sir.
Okay, if no other doubts, we can then leave this meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.